Hey guys, thanks for joining me on My Life on a Hill. My name is Tracy. Please don't forget to subscribe. So we're doing refried beans, and don't forget to put your onion and saute it in your coconut oil. And I already had made beans in my crock pot the night before. So these are red kidney beans, you guys. And so this is what we use for refried beans. It's red kidney beans. And after your onion is sauteed and a little bit brown like it is, you could kind of smell it. And then you go ahead and you put your beans in there depending on how much you want. You can see it's frying up. So we don't like, or I don't like eating stuff from the can, so therefore I try to feed my family stuff in a can. Even with the sauce that I will show you that they will be using, my husband will be using even though this is how to make refried beans, I'm going to show you what we use it for after. Well, some of the things we use it for when it comes to refried beans. Sometimes we just do refried beans and eat with a breakfast with some eggs and bacon and sausage and some side of carb or whatever, but I eliminate carb as much as possible. So that's all you do, guys. I did my beans the night before my crock pot for a meal I was doing, and so he ended up using most of it the next day to do refried beans. So he cooks it down till it starts bubbling like it is, and after a certain point, you know, you kind of move the temperature. It's boiling, and then you kind of have to move it around. I have ceramic pot, so I always have to do that. So on the side, we're doing Belize and garnaches. So we're taking a tortilla and frying it to make tostadas. But we'll show you what I'll end up doing with that. But the refried beans is simple as this. He takes a masher and he mashes it. So when I was learning to do beans, I was cooking it, flipping it over and over, and I was done. And when I met him, he's like, no, girl, you gotta mash this. But I hate mashing stuff, so I always call him. This is what it pretty much looks like when it's done. So it's just still hot, so I'm gonna separate it just to show you what it looks like. But after sitting on the stove for a while, it will get a little bit drier or a little bit harder, I guess, so it won't be this watery. And you could see right there, but it's, that's enough, because after a while, like if tomorrow when we get to use it again, it's going to be extra hard. So try not to make it fry too long, but the mashing is the part that allows it to come like this. So basically that's where you have it. Refried, take your beans that you cooked from the night before, saute with the onions for a little, let the aroma smells in the house, and then you add your beans, you cook it down, you mash it. So now this is what he's doing. He's doing the tortillas, he's filing it to make tostada, and we don't like buying the tostada. It's just a different taste. And he decided to cut up some for me to make for my chips, because he likes to make guacamole, and we have organic chips, but it's salted. I can't find none unsalty, and so that's why he's making that for me. So he uses ketchup, I'll tell you about that. And don't forget your onion sauce with a little bit of vinegar, and he put a little bit of pepper in there. The tostada is done, and or the fried tortilla is done, and they're so much better. And he's just frying up my little chips for me. Even though I do carb cycling, and even though these are not healthy carbs, it's still better than the salty one that I would end up cheating with. And this is what it finished. He didn't make a lot. I still have some left. So for this garnaches, that's Belizean style, we were taught through my mother to do the canned tomato sauce instead of ketchup. But because I try to eat it from the can, I would make my own tomato sauce and use it here. But I was only ate 4, so I kind of cheated with the ketchup, which honestly ketchup throws it off. I hate ketchup. So you take the tostada, you spread your beans, and then you're supposed to put your tomato sauce from the can. The tomato sauce from the can really give it a kick, guys. Really does. This ketchup stuff to me is just plain nasty. My youngest and my husband don't mind the ketchup. Me and my oldest son, we hate the ketchup, but he ended up using it anyways, because I didn't have the tomato from the can, and even if I did, I would have probably just made a little something on top of the stove with the crushed fresh tomatoes. Let it simmer for a while, cook for a while, and put it on. Then my husband used this type of cheese. We use Parmesan cheese, and so it's just a different, however you taste. This is supposed to be real simple. Tostada, beans, a tomato sauce, sprinkled cheese, garnet, which we use, like I said, Parmesan, because it really gives it a kick, and an onion sauce. And this is the onion sauce, and that he's putting on there. We already had made this onion sauce, and he had put habanero pepper in there for a pepper sauce, so he just decided to add more onion to it and do that. I like to store my onion sauce in a glass container. My husband made this, put it in a plastic, so we're going to be smelling that for a while. So this is the Parmesan cheese he's also adding to it. So he's making a rich garnaches, you guys. So I don't know about this stuff that my son don't like eating it when we go on vacation, because they throw all kind of vegetables on there, and that's not garnaches. Garnaches is simple. Tostada, beans, a sauce, and cheese and onion sauce. So anyways, this is it. So this is what we did with the refried beans. Made a tostada. I kind of we'll eat a little bit of it today with breakfast. And so anyways, that's a little quick thing you guys could have in the house. So take care, be safe, and don't forget to subscribe.